Welcome back, inquisitive minds. In this episode, we explore a subject that has fascinated conspiracy theorists and captured the interests of many people: the purported existence of a mind control lab concealed within a research facility tucked away in the middle of the Alaskan tundra. Join us as we distinguish fact from fiction and look into the veracity of these astonishing assertions. The beginning of our adventure is the theory of the mind control lab. There have been several rumors and wild speculations throughout the years that claim a top-secret research facility in Alaska has been using human beings in trials to control their minds and behavior. But what proof is there for these assertions? The clandestine government experiments and conspiracy theories that predominated in the 20th century are where the origins of the mind control lab notion can be found. The information that came to light concerning the CIA's Project M, KULTRA, was one of the major occasions that helped this idea gain popularity. The CIA carried out several top-secret tests as part of Project MK Ultra from the 1950s through the 1970s, with the intention of examining methods for mind control and behavior modification. The task required giving drugs, including LSD, to unknowing subjects and observing the results. Universities, hospitals, and jails were just a few of the places in the United States where these experiments were carried out. Investigative media and congressional hearings in the 1970s revealed Project MK Ultra, which sparked public indignation and increased concerns about the scope of government mind control experiments. This information sparked speculation that similar tests might be taking place in other covert research labs, including the one rumored to be in Alaska. As the access to the internet increased and conspiracy theories gained popularity, reports and tales of purported mind control operations in Alaska started to surface. These stories frequently showed a remote, covert location where researchers conducted immoral experiments on unwitting individuals. Although it is difficult to pinpoint the exact beginnings of the mind control lab idea linked to the Alaskan research site, it is obvious that it took inspiration from Project MK Ultra's revelations and a general aversion to covert government operations. It's vital to note that the mind control lab notion is largely supported by anecdotal evidence, rumors, and conjecture rather than any real evidence. However, the theory continues to pique the interest of individuals who are drawn to conspiracy theories and the concept of secretive government operations. As we continue our exploration, we will critically evaluate the claims surrounding the alleged mind control lab in Alaska and seek to separate fact from fiction. Let's examine the allegations concerning the research facility in Alaska. The mind control lab theory's proponents frequently use purported eyewitness tales, leaked government records, and anecdotal evidence to support their claims. But it's important to evaluate these assertions critically. When asked about anecdotal evidence, can it help us understand the purported mind control lab? Expert Saeed: anecdotal evidence, like personal stories and testimonials, can be convincing and emotionally compelling, the expert stated. It's crucial to understand its constraints, though. Anecdotal information is subject to personal interpretation, frequently cannot be independently verified, and may be influenced by personal biases or misinterpretations. Furthermore, charges of unethical research practices are frequently the subject of exhaustive investigations by government bodies. These agencies would have taken action if there had been verifiable proof of mind control experiments. The lack of official regulatory reports or actions shows that there is insufficient solid data to support the mind control lab theory. The absence of reliable academic studies or scientific publications backing these assertions is an important consideration. It is possible that the mind control lab notion lacks a strong scientific basis because there are no such publications. Additionally, government organizations in charge of monitoring research ethics and the protection of human subjects are typically diligent in looking into and addressing claims of unethical research practices. It is very possible that regulatory agencies would have intervened and taken the proper measures if there were verifiable proof of mind control experiments. The mind control lab notion appears to be seriously undermined by the lack of scientific support and governmental regulation. But what about the assertions made by informants or purported witnesses? Whistleblowers and witnesses may offer testimony that seems convincing, but it's crucial to give their assertions a close look. Establishing the credibility of such accounts requires supporting evidence and outside verification. It becomes challenging to distinguish between fact and fiction in the absence of tangible proof beyond personal testimony. The reliability of the sources used to support the assertions is a crucial factor to take into account. It can be difficult to determine the veracity of conspiracy theories since they frequently draw on unnamed or unverified sources. It is essential to look for reliable sources and to rely on reputable investigative journalism or subject matter specialists. It's vital to remember that the onus of proof rests with the claimants. Evidence that is more than just conjecture or anecdotal testimony is required to support extraordinary claims, such as those involving mind control experiments. It is reasonable to continue to be skeptical about such assertions in the absence of solid proof. Therefore, we might approach the mind control lab theory critically and cast doubt on its veracity by considering the reliability of sources, scientific plausibility, and historical precedents. After a thorough investigation, we have analyzed the claims made by the mind control lab theory, critically analyzed them, and used professional insights to refute them. Although conspiracy theories have a way of capturing our attention, it's crucial to approach them with skepticism and require solid proof before coming to any conclusions. We appreciate you coming along on this fascinating tour of the purported mind control lab in Alaska. Keep in mind that it is our duty as critical thinkers to distinguish between reality and fiction and to rely on reliable sources. Next time, join us as we continue our investigation into the unthinkable. Continue to be inquisitive and to ask questions about the world. I'll see you later. Bye.